This is a video to show you how to do batch downloads of students' work that you can be giving feedback on and grading while offline, and then re-uploading your feedback in a batch as well. So as you can see, I have my own personal sandbox here. It's my test course that I test things out in, and we've got several students in here. These are just our friends that we like to try things out on here, Cabernet Merlot, and Grumpy Cat, and Homer Simpson. Yeah, we got several friends in here. Um, and I have set up in this course a test assignment for batch downloads just for this purpose that I want to show you. So this is the screen that you come to when you click on an assignment. And as you can see, here are all of our friends. Homer has submitted something that he thinks is an A+, and Grumpy Cat has submitted something, and Cabernet has submitted something, and 3 people have not, but that's maybe how your courses go as well. Not everybody submits on time. So this is what the screen looks like. The first thing that you want to do if you want to do a batch download, if you've never done one before, is make sure that this is not clicked right here. This download submissions and folders is not clicked. The default setting initially in Moodle is that it is clicked, but you do not want to be downloading these submissions in separate folders into a zip file. It just makes for a lot more clicking. So the first thing you should do when you're about ready to do this is go ahead and come to that main screen for your assignment where you're going to be grading and unclick that. Okay. And then go back to the landing page for that assignment, and then you're going to come to the cogwheel, click that, and then go to the bottom of that menu and say download all submissions. All right. And it's going to create a zip file for you. I'm going to take this zip file and I'm going to copy everything in it over to a fresh file for myself on my desktop so that I can just be working out of that file for feedback. So I'm going to Control A this, which is for all. And then I'm going to Control C it so that I can copy it. And then I'm going to minimize that. And I'm going to right click on my desktop and I'm going to say I would like a new folder, please. So I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to call this Rachel's feedback file for a batch download, or whatever you want to call it. All right. And we're going to click open that file and we're going to click on the white space and Control V it in all of our assignments. So this is going to become our working space for our feedback. All right. Now I'm going to click on one of these, and so here's what Cabernet submitted, and I am going to say feedback here. So let's pretend like that's our feedback that we're giving Cabernet. Oh, let's say that it's to Cabernet. And I'll show you why we're making this specific here later so you can see how it behaves on the other end. I'm going to make that feedback purple just for extra fun. All right, so we've done that. I'm going to click out of that. I'm going to save it. And yes, I'm going to save it as that. Then I'm going to click on the right click on that and rename it to, or so I'm going to add my initials at the beginning so you know how this one is different from the one that came to us in the download. All right. All right, so we're going to open Grumpy Cat, look at his feedback, and we're going to say again feedback to Grumpy Cat. And just to make this super easy, I'm going to make that purple. I'm going to click out of that, save it, and I'm going to rename this as well. I'm going to rename it RC Grumpy Cat so I can kind of remember who I've graded and who I haven't. And click on Homer again, and same thing, feedback to Homer. Make that purple as well. And then click out of that, yes, save it. And as you can guess, I'm going to rename this as well so I know which ones have feedback. All right, so we're all set here with our feedback in each of our assignments. And I'm gonna minimize this, and I'm gonna right click it, and I'm gonna say send to a compressed zip folder, and it's gonna create a new one, which is kind of scooched out of the way down here on my desktop. All right. So I still have my course open here. If you're working offline in a travel situation or you don't have great Wi-Fi at home, this is a great use of this. I would just be coming into my main course page. Again, I would come into the assignment landing page itself, and I would click View All Submissions. All right, and I want to upload the feedback that I've given Grumpy Cat and Homer and Cabernet. And I would come to this grading action box up here, and I'd click Choose, and I would say that I would like to upload multiple feedback files in a zip. And then I can take my feedback file in this zip folder and just drag and drop it. And as soon as this bar is done being just a long blue bar, it's going to look a little bit more like a file as we know it. We're going to click Import Feedback File. And it's asking me or telling me that it's confirmed this zip upload. It's assigned Cabernet's assignment to him with feedback and Grumpy Cat's and Homer's. But as you can see, it has not renamed their feedback file. Okay, so it's not going to bring in the new name that you may have given it in your old feedback file. Just wanted you to see how that behaves. And then we're going to click Confirm, and we're going to click Continue. And then it's going to put us out on our main grading page. And if we scroll around, we can see, sure enough, that these feedback files have been added in the right places for these students, because for Homer, we're going to click on his file, and we're going to open it. And sure enough, this is the one for homework. For Homer. So he got his right feedback, but as you can see, it did not rename that file in this feedback file when it uploaded it. Okay, let's just check this one to be sure as well. Sure enough, this is for Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat got his correct feedback, but it did not rename his file when it zipped and unzipped for us. Okay, just so you know how that behaves. Yeah, and that is how to do batch downloads and re-uploads if you're grading student work offline. Hope that's helpful.